This evening, we're excited to take you along to a special dinner at a special place with special guests. Come on and join us in the fun. Welcome back to our channel, guys. If this is your first time watching, please do subscribe. So this week we received an invite to have dinner at the home of Jamaican living in Zimbabwe, Mr. Nev, who you met in one of our previous videos.
My name is Nev. I'm a Jamaican living in Zim. I'm loving it here. Absolutely fantastic.
Nev, like myself, is married to a Zimbabwean. His wife Moira was our host for the evening and was delighted to show us around her beautiful, impressive home. The decor was impeccable. Guys, this is still Zimbabwe. As you can see from the video title, this video is not about million-dollar homes or living big in Africa, but it is giving you a glimpse that you can still have that Beverly Hills lifestyle even if you did decide to move to an African country. So if you're contemplating bringing your wealth back home and helping to develop the continent, go right for it. Look, Moira and Nev made that decision and they're happy with it. Now on to the rest of the evening. Before having dinner with the special guests and dignitaries, we know say, as Jamaicans, once we get on our way, we have to have fun. So there was music, dancing, live drumming. It was a whole Jamaican vibe. We bring the Jamaica straight to Zimbabwe. And of course, we had to integrate and bring in with Zimbabwean friends and family. It was one big fusion of love and unity. On to the highlight of the night. Our little Jamaican Zimbabwean soiree was graced with the presence of renowned Jamaican journalist Wyval Engager, as well as Ambassador Aloun Ndombet-Asamba. Both were escorted by Jamaica's new honorary consul in Zimbabwe, Consul Mucha. Most Jamaicans watching know Ambassador Asamba, but if you don't, here's a bit about her. It's the ambassador's first time in Zimbabwe, so we've got to make it worth it. She's about to try some real authentic Zimbabwean food. I told. Ras Jabu from our last episode is also here tonight, and he had a sit down with the ambassador and just shared a bit of what his experience in Zimbabwe has been like.
I'm asking Jabu how long he has been here, and he says he's been in Africa for 41 years. But how many years here in Zimbabwe?
37.
37 years. And I hear that everybody knows you for your music.
Your music, yes. For promoting music.
For promoting.
For engineering. Everything.
Okay. And you are captured by a Zimbabwean lady.
Yeah. And I have 3 children.
I have 3 children
2
here.
sons and a daughter. And now a granddaughter.
Wow, wonderful.
Although we initially gathered for leisure and fun, with the ambassador being in the house and the consul, we had to have a sit down about the potential of strengthening and fostering better relations between Zimbabwe and Jamaica.
I'm wife engager.
That's all we told her. So she is...
In another life, I was editor of the Gleaner.
Yes, renowned editor. She's a well-known journalist. She covered Bob Marley's funeral, one of the few people who did so. So we're going to talk a bit about that. And we have...
My name is Aloun Ndombet-Asamba.
Yes.
I've been a lot of things. I keep saying
Well decorated.
I'm former many things. The one title that I have, which is for life, is ambassador.
Yes.
Because I was High Commissioner to the UK and ambassador to about 6 European countries. I keep saying I'm a former plenty things. Right? But my most recent, in terms of being involved, is that I was High Commissioner to the UK and ambassador to about 6 European countries. But even more than that, I've been very involved in the cooperative credit union business, and that is what I last did before I retired. I've known this lady for a long time when she was a young journalist.
Yes?
Yes, because I was legal advisor for the Press Association of Jamaica, and she was a young journalist.
Yeah.
So we've known each other for quite a while. Yes.
So tell me, as a journalist, is this your first time on the African continent?
No, not at all. I've been to Nigeria, to a wedding there, which kind of exposed me to the culture. Yes, and I've been to Mozambique, where I observed elections in 2014. I've been to South Africa, and now I'm here in Zimbabwe.
Lovely. Is this your first time in Zimbabwe?
Yes.
And how's it been for you so far?
Oh, very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Do you want to unpack the word interesting?
People are so mild, courteous, very courteous. We in Jamaica, we have lost a bit of that.
Yeah.
And I'm very impressed with how very courteous people are.
I've been to Senegal, I've been to Tanzania, I've been to South Africa, and now I'm here. And it's been a great experience to see. Actually, what has surprised me more than anything else is how many Jamaicans I have met.
Yeah, I was about to ask if you were expecting to meet so many.
I wasn't expecting to meet so many Jamaicans. And earlier on, we were having this conversation about how many Jamaicans are married to Zimbabweans like yourself. And I wanted to say this, that so many people who have seen your video have sent it to me since I'm here. So when I came in and I saw you, I said, I know that young lady. Yes.
No, that's lovely.
While on the topic of Jamaicans living in Zimbabwe, we invited Elder Ras Jabu to join us.
I asked him how long he was here, and he told me he was here for 41 years, but in Zimbabwe for 37 years, and that he was captured. That's the word he used.
He told me the same thing.
Captured.
Yes.
So I said to him, oh, it's a woman.
Yeah, man. Well, the conversation basically was looking at, first it was how expensive it is to come and how long it takes
to come.
How long it takes.
And Ambassador, I know you're very connected. I'm going to put you on the spot. Is there any way somebody can work out a more direct way of getting here from Jamaica?
This what
Let
we
me
were
tell you,
reasoning
but
about.
you must realize that the airlines will go where the traffic is needed. And when I was Minister of Tourism, we actually started having discussions and with Ghana. And I think that the current minister has indicated that he's having some discussions, but I don't know where it has reached. But it's very difficult to get here because we had to overnight in New York, coming here. It took us 2 days, and going back, we're going to have to spend 2 nights in
Dubai.
Dubai.
That's people travel for 4 days. because they had to use all
Or
their
yes, and I hear people go to Panama or Brazil or yes, other places to get. So it's not easy to get
People
in.
came from far.
Yes, came from far.
and on a ship.
You see, why
Oh,
And
really?
less than ideal condition.
oh,
You
yes.
see, what would make it shorter? What would make it shorter is us now doing serious business, because it's business that will allow
Well,
for the airline
to have the business.
have the
yes.
business.
Well, I've talked to the honorary council, and I have been speaking about making contacts with the Chamber of Commerce and so on to begin to set up some business links, you know.
And
So,
cultural exchange.
and cultural exchange. Yes.
I meet this gentleman who was born here. And he speaks like a Jamaican. He
Yes.
knows everything about the
That is
music.
what's his name?
You have to show him.
Shilo.
It's
Yes.
amazing.
You'd never believe that he wasn't Jamaican.
Talking about Pupa.
Well, this is one thing that we can remember, the human value, or what we would say, right? That is what is really going to make the bigger change where it comes.
The connection.
The connection where, because culturally, and if we combine, like we said, tourism, and we're moving artists, moving commodities, we're moving people.
Athletes, we could get some athletes, we could train them and so forth.
The continent is actually, in terms of arts, the culture, sports, the continent is opening up very much on that level. So with the Caribbean, the Americas, we're finding now, especially after the COVID, we've had a serious influx of ones coming in.
So thank you
for
joining us.
And thank you for having us.
Well, you're doing your bit for the culture.
Yes.
I mean, we have lost a doctor to Zimbabwe, but what can I tell you?
Well, not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
The plan will involve both. So we'll see.
Okay. You know, it's a really small world because a friend of mine who studied with me in Barbados, I got a message from her daughter, who is a neurosurgeon here in Zimbabwe. My friend is from the British Virgin Islands. And I told that to you,
telling me about it.
And then I gave you her name, and it's somebody who you know at the same hospital. So it is such a small world, yes.
What would you like to share with Jamaicans watching this video? And what would you like to share with Zimbabweans watching?
Okay, I visited this school. Can't remember the name now. And the landscaping was impeccable. So I posted it on social media. I said I visited a school and this is what I saw. And everybody was they were very impressed. So there is a kind of pride that some people exhibit in their work. And of course I spoke about the courtesy, that we really could learn something from that. In terms of Zimbabweans, I don't know what to say. They could come and experience our food and our, well, they're already immersed in the culture. Reggae music is strong here. And I gather there's Jamaican restaurant and so forth. But, it's really quite a nice experience to be here.
I want to say this, that I had some cow foot tonight. And some tripe tonight, which is what we eat at home. What was new, and there was callaloo, cooked down like how we cook callaloo, and I like the peanut butter rice. I like the idea of the washing of the hands. before you eat, and then somebody coming around and washing your hands. Yeah. And that's because you eat with your hand. Yes, I think people are a little surprised today to see me eating with my hand, but I grew up with Indian family, so in relation to Jamaicans now, just to say that Zimbabweans know about Jamaica, and I'm surprised that how many people mentioned to me Bob Marley singing at the concert for your independence in 1980. 1980, yes, in 1980. And you know that famous song, Zimbabwe, yes. There's so many similarities. The main roads are paved, and then you turn off and you have to go on some roads that I keep telling people that it looks like the road to my house. There are similarities. Yes. There are similarities. So I'm quite comfortable here. I mean, we've come in after your winter, so it's getting a little warm.
We now have a honorary
Honorary
council here
yes.
in Zimbabwe. And we're very happy for that as a community, because before we had to process our things all the way in Pretoria, and you have to pay for it to go by maybe DHL and pay for it to come back. It was a hassle.
Yes.
It's a good move.
It's a good move to have an honorary council, yes. Yeah. And I really want to just say thank you very much to the honorary council, because she came to meet us at the airport, and when we got to the hotel, she was there, along with Nev, who is our host tonight, and who I knew from when I was High Commissioner in the UK.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because he was involved in the Caribbean Association of Milton Keys in England.
Great.
Yes, so, you go someplace and you buck up into somebody who you know, and you look at them and say, I know that person.
We also sat down with Council Mucha, who had a message for Jamaicans and Zimbabweans alike.
And Ms. Patterson here. My name is Mucha Rosemary Mchengati. I'm the Honorary Consul for Jamaica. I just want to tell the rest of the people, the Zimbabweans here, and also the Jamaicans, that we now have a consulate for Jamaica in Zimbabwe. We have a mission for Jamaica here in Zimbabwe, and we report to the High Commission in South Africa. So, in as far as handling the passports and the visas, the citizenship, everything is being done here. We're performing all the duties of the consulate. Yes, and we were talking about us facilitating or strengthening the relationships actually between Zimbabwe and Jamaica. So we are actually in the process of trying to establish a Chamber of Commerce, and we're not going to just focus on Jamaica, because we noticed that we have all the other islanders just coming out with us. They want to be a part of us, and we are saying we can deliver as the islanders.
And there's a Caribbean Chamber of Commerce.
Yes. So we want to establish a Zim CARICOM Chamber of Commerce to just facilitate with trade relations between Zimbabwe and Jamaica and the rest of the Caribbean countries as well, because all these other Caribbean, they are in our group. They are not represented officially here, so they automatically they just want to be a part of us, and they operate as one. Out of many, one people. So we are one people. I'm happy to have Ambassador and Ms. Patterson here, the famous journalist who actually covered Bob Marley's funeral. One of the few journalists who covered Bob Marley's funeral. I'm very honored to be sitting right next to her, because I'm also a media professional. So I'm really honored. And then also, in as far as facilitating cultural exchanges, the current Minister of Sports really wants to visit Jamaica, Kirsty Coventry, Honorable Kirsty Coventry. She wants to visit Jamaica. And as part of the consulate plans, strategic plans, we want to establish a center of excellence, a sports center of excellence here, where we just hoping, maybe it could be a wish list, but I know it will come true. We'll have the likes of Shirley Price coming here to train the people of Zimbabwe in athletics, because we know that Jamaica, we have the strength in sports, and we also have that a bigger muscle in tourism. So Zimbabwe's got a lot to learn, so we'll facilitate the intercultural exchanges. And we've had a lot of traffic, actually. At the moment, we have the ZIMSEC, the Examination Board for Zimbabwe, traveling to Jamaica for training, for a conference there. And before that, we had the air traffic controllers. They traveled to Jamaica for the global conference for air traffic controllers in Montego Bay. So there have been a lot of traffic already, and we hope that it will increase. And we hope that we'll actually establish centers so that we can get Zimbabweans coming here, and also Zimbabweans going to Jamaica. And also we got to raise the Jamaican, can you believe it, Ambassador? We got to raise the Jamaican flag for the first time on Zimbabwe, on that particular day. So we made history together. Debs was, our doctor here, Debs was there, yes. We actually have a lot of artists, because in terms of music, you know, Jamaica is the place to be, and we have a lot of traffic already. Like now, we have two of our renowned, one is a music producer, they're traveling to Jamaica. They will do their video shoots in Jamaica. His name is Levels, and then we have Pop 10. They actually traveled, Levels and Pop 10, yes. They'll be traveling to Jamaica, they'll go to Montego first, Kingston, and then they'll go to Montego.
Levels, Top 10, when you guys come back to Zimbabwe, we'll have a talk and you'll let the people know how
Yes.
it is to be in Jamaica.
Yes.
Excellent.
All right, thank you so
great.
much. Great talking.
So it's good that you have an honor council, and I'm looking forward to hosting her when she comes to Jamaica and introducing her around. I know she wants to try and do business between Zimbabwe and Jamaica and the wider Caribbean. So we look forward to doing that. I also need to say that where I met Jabu first was at the Heritage Village, where they're developing a village there. And I was very impressed with what has been done so far, and the fact that it's a partnership between a private sector and the government, because the government gave you 100 hectares of land,
and it's now it's to tell the liberation story of Africa, and also including those who were supporting liberation, especially from the Caribbean, Jamaica, Cuba.
We'll definitely visit you guys
so forth,
and bring it
and bring it up,
Yeah.
And it would be a good outing, because they have, I didn't go for the tour because we had our meetings in the morning, but I went for lunch, and they have a very nice place.
And it's just developing.
Yes.
All right, I want to thank you so much for your time. It's been my honor, to be honest, to sit with you. Never in the world. I grew up, when I was saying growing up in Jamaica, you know, you're taught to recite the names of your dancers. So I remember having to say, Aloun Ndombet-Asamba. Now I'm sitting next to her. Imagine that. Small world.
Oh, don't take it to heart. Don't take it to heart. Don't take it to heart.
Thank you so much for your time. And
my pleasure.
Yes, thanks.
Okay.
I like what you're doing.
Yes, very good. Very good.
We give thanks.
Yes, thanks.